There was a very subtle thing that occurred in one of my previous games, and I went to quite a bit of detail on it, but I was rather disappointed that it received very little feedback from the viewers. It's not flashy, it's not difficult, yet it's stupidly easy to understand that it's shocking not a lot of players practice it. Watch this clip carefully. Both Yasuo and Irelia are faced with the exact same decision to make. They already had their focus on a certain character, but only Yasuo chose to change midway during the chase. Irelia goes after Morgana, who is a very easy kill, and Yasuo turns on Diana, who won't go down fast. Morgana has no mana or health and is effectively worth nothing. It is technically not wrong to chase a Morgana, but in the context of this fight, it is outright terrible. If Irelia had chosen to switch to Yasuo, then it would have been a 2v1 versus the Yasuo until Lee Sin or another teammate could rejoin the fight. If Yasuo kept chasing Irelia, he wouldn't have been able to save Morgana anyways, and he would have let Diana either go free or refresh enough to force another fight. Yasuo's simple act of switching to the Diana was vital. He was able to kill the Diana before Irelia could return and effectively turn the Irelia fight into a 2v1, resulting in her death. Irelia was undone by her own greed, and Yasuo had the sense to realize that if he kept chasing Irelia, he put himself in that very position instead. You would say that this is something lame to point out, but the fact is that there are still a lot of players, even among the higher elos, who do not realize this and tunnel vision the fuck out of the game. They throw teamfights they should have won because they get greedy. Sometimes, letting go of some kills is the right thing to do even if it feels like you're playing it too safe. Make sure the enemy threats are actually controlled and dealt with before trying to clean up and pad your score. Now look at this. Veigar is basically controlled and ready to be finished off, but the stasis saves him last second. Vayne decides to focus on the Caitlyn, who proceeds to avoid her and forcing out her flash. Olaf teleports in and saves Veigar, which was possible because the remaining members of blue team could not finish him off. If Vayne stuck around, she'd be able to kill him and perhaps even deal with the charging Olaf. Instead, she chased for a risky Caitlyn kill simply because she had already opened up on her and was even unable to secure the kill and in fact died for the attempt. This one has a similar premise in that the enemy already charged into 3 opponents simply because she thought she could snipe them with their low health. She's killed promptly and easily. After that, the enemy Irelia attempts the same thing for likely the same reason and also just flat out dies. If Ahri had simply waited for the Irelia, they could have focus fired a target and then cleaned up the rest. They were lured in by the prospects of easy kills and lost sight of the bigger picture. Like I said, I know it's super lame to make a highlight for something as simple as this, but less experienced players keep fucking it up. It's one of the hardest things to explain to people, and I say this out of experience. I've had to teach a few friends and even my wife about this when they played League of Legends. It was so difficult for them to grasp threat levels and not panic or get excited and end up throwing team fights. This video was made specifically to be used as a tool for those people. I'm sure you have some buddies that do this, or perhaps even you yourself do this, so I hope this video helps.